Wait a minute. Oh, you didn't turn it first?
No, I didn't turn it. We did.
Oh, I got it.
You got it up?
How many hours have you actually ridden R36s?
Well, you know, you've probably ridden every single car that there is.
Yes, oh yeah. Yes, absolutely. Sure, in 40 years I would have had to. Without keeping numbers, I'm sure. I wouldn't know which one I rode the most or which one I rode the least. And I know one thing, I was downstairs here for 20 odd hours in the same car, but in Times Square, the blackout in 65.
You were stuck in 65?
Yeah, yeah, here. Yeah, and I walked down into the Steinway Tunnel, and then back to Times Square.
Wait, where was the train stopped?
It was in Times Square, and I walked through, you know.
See you later. Guys, I'm out.
Yeah!
Welcome aboard the last trip to be made.
No, he doesn't say hello.
Train, also known as the Redbird. This is a Willets Point bound 7 train. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Next stop is Grand Central Station.
Cool.
That's going to the post office?
Now?
The Central Station is the post office.
It's a silver station.
The only thing I've been confused is the Grand Central Station. Yes, but the Grand Central Station is a post office. I've never been down that area.
This is Grand Central 42nd Street. Trains available for the numbers 4, 5, 6 in the shuttle. Service is also available for Metro North trains.
Hello, Lester.
Hey, howdy.
Hey, Ray.
Welcome aboard.
How are you?
Okay. Fine.
How you doing? What was that double check for the double check. I haven't been turned around.
See, because the full PA announcement.
This is 45th Road, Courthouse Square. Metro card transfer only for letters E, G, and B. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the last trip to be made by this type of train, also known as the Redbird. This is a Willets Point bound 7 train. The next stop is Queensboro Plaza. Stand clear of the closing doors. This is Queensboro Plaza. Transfers available. Letters N and W. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. The last type of trip to be made by this type of train, also known as the Redbird. This is a Willets Point bound 7 train. The next stop is 33rd Street. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
It's working.
These were the first ones to get the Redbird skate.
What was their first year? 64?
World's Fair. 1964 World's Fair. This is a World's Fair R36 subway car.
This was one of the originals that were...
I wouldn't say the original, but solely assigned to the set. Tell by the picture windows right here. And if you go further up, it's basically the 9th car in that direction. It's a single unit R33, the only one that's not air conditioned.
Oh, really?
Besides this one. That one over there has fans.
This one's not considered air conditioned too.
Yeah, nostalgia, nostalgia. We didn't have it before, the roads were so different right now.
It was raining, I tell you this, we're going to be getting rain. Pouring.
And tell him that you wanted that for effect to be happening.
And I did want that to happen. As your wife or girlfriend or friend said.
No. I'm his mother.
You know what I'm saying?
That's in that book. It's in that book. Which one is it? You want to comment on what's the break in the whole thing? I think it would be over. At that time, they lied. They just got it. About the three in the last trip. In 1964, they were getting 100,000. It makes me fall rather than me looking at the emails. I wasn't in a stroll.
Yeah. And Broadway transfers available for letters. The next and final stop on this train is Willis Boulevard, Shea Stadium. Please stand clear of the closing doors. Stand clear of the doors, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Willis Boulevard, Shea Stadium. This is the final stop. Thank you for riding the Redbird train. Transfer across the platform for the train to Main Street, Flushing. This is the final stop on the Redbird. Thank you very much for riding the Redbird. Have a nice day. For attention, ladies and gentlemen, customers switching service to Flushing Main Street, please wait for the next arriving train on the center track. The next train to Main Street through Main Street, arriving on the center track. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was laughing and I said, go ahead, put that drink.
Did you get the drink? Right here.
Yeah, you got
Hey, young fella.
Oh, sorry. Boys, right? Take a picture. Get a picture of this.
Alright, take it down the other end then. Let's get down the other end. Get it done.
The bridge to no part of this train go.
No part of this train.
Go unused.
Okay, ready?
Rolling.
And 3, 2, 1. So this is it. Swan song with the Redbird. Never hear a song on this track. Yeah, no part of this train go unused.
Gotcha then.
3, 2, 1. So this is it. Swan song with the Redbird. You will never hear a song on these tracks again. No part of this train will go unused.
One more for safety. And 3.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Larry Boyd, President of New York City Transit.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome here to Willis Point and Shea Stadium as we celebrate the last trip of the Redbirds today. My name is Larry Reuter, and I'm the president of MTA New York City Transit. Hopefully, many of you rode with us on the last train, as you got to enjoy the very last ride that the Redbirds are going to make in revenue service here in New York City. Until the arrival of our new technology trains, which really allowed for the replacement of these cars, these were the backbone of the New York City Transit fleet. They operated here for some 50 years, providing very safe, reliable service to the millions of New Yorkers that have used them over the years. They were actually the favorite targets of many of the graffiti vandals of years past, as those of you that rode this line and others may know on the numbered lines. And one of the things that in the 80s, thanks to the MTA Capital Program, was an overhaul program, and ultimately the rebuilding of these cars, adding air conditioning, and also the repainting of these cars, and eliminating the graffiti off of these cars. And one of the reasons you'll see that the red, and the last of the Redbirds will go out today, as all the rest of the fleet will be stainless steel in the future as we buy new cars. Okay, this fleet has really performed above and beyond all of the expectations that we've had in New York City Transit over the years. A great deal of the credit goes to our hardworking employees, mechanics, cleaners, and maintenance personnel that maintain these cars. I saw Joe Ragusa on the train, who actually maintains this fleet at Corona Yard, and we want to thank them. He was passing out hats in his business card. I think we didn't know him, but they've worked very hard to get these cars to where they perform so well. In fact, these cars today are performing at over 100,000 miles between failures as we eliminate them for revenue service. Now, it's with my great deal of pleasure that I introduce the chairman of the MTA to say a few words at this ceremony. My boss, the chairman of the MTA, Peter Calico.
Today is a sad day and a happy day. Sad because we're going to say goodbye to an old friend, Redbird. 2,000 of them served us between 1959 and today. Almost everybody who's ridden on our system at one time has ridden on one of these cars. The good is that they're being replaced by a better, more comfortable, better riding car, the 142s and 143s. Air conditioning is standard fitting. Announcements that can be understood, and a comfortable trip. This is a commitment that we are sticking to. We're going to spend $2 billion on these new subway cars. We are going to continue with our capital program, and we're going to continue to keep New York City subways, the best transit system in the world. I just want to also introduce Katie Lapp, our Executive Director, and Michael Rubino, who drove us here, who did a great job. Daniel Redden. These folks do this job every day. 65,000 of them do this every day without any fanfare. They get everybody to and from work, or sporting events, or entertainment. They're the best that there is. I'm proud to say that I'm the leader of this group because this is one of the most pleasurable jobs I've had leading these people. So as we say goodbye to this car, keep in mind that it's going to be replaced by something much better. So thank you very much.
Now, if you'd like, this is in fact the last time you're going to see these Redbirds in service. So if you want to have some time with pictures, and also if you want to ask any of the people up here questions, it's now open for a press event for the chairman. And also, I'm sure that Daniel and Mike will also gladly talk to you as they get to operate and carry the 200,000 passengers daily on the 7 line of these and the future cars on this line. That concludes the event, but we're now open for any press inquiries you may have.
Mr. Roy, just a reminder on why they were painted red in the first place.
Well, originally, with the, there are several stories that still go around the Transit Authority why they were painted red. Initially, they were painted red when we first got some of the first cars, some 50 years ago. If you remember back in the 80s, some of these cars were white that were running out here, and people used to consider them to be blackboards for graffiti artists. But actually, being here at the time they were painted red, David Gunn was my predecessor at that time, looked back and found that the original specs said that these were supposed to be red. They were painted red. People say it's because he graduated from Harvard and their school colors are red, but no, it actually was because they were going to be Redbirds from the get-go.
Nothing to do with graffiti then?
It actually was really to mark the end of graffiti when they went from white to red. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, right there on your right. On my right. Dig in there.
You don't mind?
Yeah. This is old school. These young kids, I gotta tell you what happened. Oldest working waiter, 36 years at Chase Stadium. Is that right? Yes. And 3 years at the Yankees. Very nice to meet you. So,
I know how much I like the Redbird. It's always been a favorite.
I know the day is when he's stationed.
I wasn't even
Operator.
Melanie's
I just came out that one day. Eliminate most of the graffiti. Trying out this white paint on these cars, and that was supposed to be somewhat graffiti resistant. But when Mr. Gunn became the president, he wanted a more railroady color, in which you see the red and the black ends on these trains. And also, he was largely responsible for his order was, we will run no train with graffiti. bottom line. But how hot or how cold it was, the train would go out graffiti. So finally the graffiti artists that was a choice. Mr. Gunn was an old railroad man. He wanted something more railroad, white cars.
All right, thank you very much. Give me a two-shot. How long you been working with the team?
It's got a couple of lights inside, but everything is crappy except the way the model looks itself. It can't pull a 10-car train. Six is like a trouble for it. Came on the Polo Grounds tour, right? I remember before that.
I had to cut out early, unfortunately. I think I had to leave my own tour later.
Now it's got a 4-foot thick concrete wall at each side.
Yeah, remnants of the Polo Grounds. I understand that somewhere there's a little monument to Willie Mays or something like
There's
that.
the plaque for home plate.
There is a plaque.
Yeah, I got 14.
Wow.
And then I got about 12 Redbirds. A bunch of them with silver with the blue stripe, you know, all different ones.
Great.
Expensive hobby.
Yeah. Right. All right, Mark, have a good day. Worth it.
Okay.